Today is just one of those days where I really wanted to throw my mouse across an Olympic-sized pool. And I'm gonna tell you why. As you may know, I'm doing the 150k challenge, 350k combines, and today is actually day 2 of that challenge. Day 1 was yesterday. We closed out for a little bit of profit, and my original plan was to do a weekly recap at the end of the week, publish it during the weekends. But given the fact that we had such a violent and dramatic move today, Thursday afternoon session, the day before NFP, I kind of want to do a separate video highlighting the trades that I took during the lunch session and why I really wanted to hurl my mouse out of the window. So let's jump right into my charts. So here is a quick overview of the economic calendar for this week. Looking at the April 4th Thursday data, we can see that we did have the 8:30 unemployment claims. Nothing slotted for 9:45 or 10, but we did get 2 members speaking today, 12:15 and 2 o'clock, Barkin and Mester respectively. So tomorrow is NFP day, so let's jump right into the charts. Alright, so we are looking at the ES on the 5-minute chart right now, 3 Top Step X combines. I am doing a commentary post recording just because I didn't feel like talking during my sessions, and so I'm gonna go over the crazy price movement we got in the afternoon session. But before we take a look at that, here's a recording of my morning session and also the lunch where I did take trades. But for now, you can see that this is just the price action before the 10 o'clock where I do make most of my trades, the silver bullet, that 10 o'clock to 11:30 window. So right now I'm just monitoring the price, but given the fact that we had a gap up in the pre-market overnight session, there's a high probability that we're going to fill in some of those inefficiencies first, filling those fair value gaps before heading back to higher prices. At least that was my thesis for the morning and lunch session, and we're going to see later on that the whole move was reverted, and the move from previous weeks, right? Crazy drop to the downside, 100-point move on the ES. Barely see that kind of price movement. Also, I mentioned earlier that this week is NFP week, and NFP weeks for me have been 50-50. It's either a hit or miss, but this week I found that it was the hardest NFP week I've had in my entire trading career. Monday I didn't trade, Tuesday I didn't trade, yesterday I traded, but only for small profits. Today I traded, and you guys are gonna see why I'm frustrated. But anyways, for the purpose of reviewing today's trade and today's crazy move, I'm going to highlight the specific trades I took today, in addition to including them in the weekly recap for the 150k challenge, 350k combines, and Top Step X. So this video is going to go up first on my channel before my weekly recap of the 150k challenge, which is going to include the trades from yesterday and also going to include the trades that I'm going to be taking tomorrow on NFP. Alright, so around this time, past 11:30 is when I spotted a huge potential for a breakout on the ES to the upside. Even though I didn't want to trade the lunch, as I mentioned, this breakout, it pulled me in to trade it. But you're going to see with this price action that we're just going to keep going up and up and up on the 5-minute chart, barely going back into any inefficiencies. So I couldn't get much of a good entry on a long. So you're going to see that I took a long quite at the highs, expecting another leg after a breakout of that intraday New York highs. Alright, so we did see a little bit of a tweezer candle on the 1-minute chart after breaking above New York highs. After seeing that tap of that trend line, the rising trend line, I was quite satisfied in that price condition of taking us to higher prices, and so I went long. You're going to see that I added onto this position despite us breaking the trend line, which was not part of my plan, but again, I think this is all the emotions, the pent-up eagerness to trade piling up in me, and wanted to trade any price action, any probability, any trend opportunity. And so after seeing my position go live, right, I was essentially vulnerable to my position going against me and not accepting the loss, and so probabilities of me adding on to position just so I can lower my cost average was definitely high. You can see I added on to that position for 2 long contracts. So you can see my profit target is just around the 5,310, just because I also use Bookmap, by the way, and around this time was when I saw a huge order sitting at that level. So that was a quick way for me to identify the liquidity for my profit target level. Because we are maintaining this level, I pushed my stop loss because I know that if we break below that is a sign that a failed attempt at another high is underway, and so this is just a way for me to protect my position with that add. Again, 2 contracts long, so pushing my stop loss where I know that there's structure, where there's buyers. As you saw right there, I added another contract, 3 longs total. It has been more than 30 minutes that I was in this position, So this is around the time that I get a little bit frustrated, mentally exhausted from seeing my P&L go up and down with 3 contracts around this time. We are finding a lot of sellers after the rejection and failed attempt of another high. Gonna get tagged out here, I'm pretty sure. Stop loss of $262, down on the day, 270. And so I'm gonna reverse right here. I was immediately in the green, so I kept adding onto that position. So right now, a total of 3 contracts short. And I have to admit, even though we did break down from that support level that we were just bouncing off of for about an hour, entering shorts around this time was more of a tilt trade. I was definitely chasing the price action, 4 contracts already, right? That's a lot of risk during the lunch hour. So you can see by how I entered, just clicking sell, that I was frustrated that I got tagged out. And so this is me revenge trading, going for the shorts, reversing my position right away, even though that's not a good thing to do in the markets. But yeah, today was just a difficult time for me. So as you saw right there, I added another contract, 5 shorts right now. Definitely tilt trade right here. This is emotional trading. And you should have seen my face when I got tagged out here. You're going to see that the following candles are going to be nothing but lower prints. So after getting tagged out of that 5 contract shorts, this is the time during the markets that we started to find sellers. And we kept doing that in the early half of the afternoon session that led us to the massive 100-point drop on the ES. So as you can see, I added back into those shorts after getting tagged out, 2 contracts. So once again, after taking loss after loss, but this was going to be my final trade, whether I hit my daily loss limit, get out for a smaller loss, or get profit, whatever it is. I was feeling not well around this time, and I wanted to preserve my mental capital for tomorrow, which is NFP. So as you can see right now, I have 5 contracts looking for a short with a price target of 5,300, and this is that winning position that you just need to hold. But given the fact that I am already in drawdown today, negative $600 with the current position, I couldn't do so, right? This is the reason why you don't take so much losses on low probability setups. You want to keep your powder dry for these type of setups so you can ride out a little price movement within a winning position, right? And capture a huge move and not get stopped out just because you took some losses on poor quality setups prior to taking a winning trade. So later on, I'm going to put a screenshot of the massive move we had on the ES, and I'm going to indicate where I had this current position on right now, and you're gonna see that it was a flawless drop, 100-point move drop. So current position right now, 5 contracts, 487 profit, pushed my take profit level right there. And as you saw, that was a quick push to 5,300. I wish I could have held that level. So that's what happens. And so here's the screenshot of that massive move on the ES and where I had that short position, 5 contracts. Trading, right? So again, this is just a short video showing you guys the trades I took today, Thursday, the day before NFP, showing you guys the losses, showing you guys how I came back from the drawdown and how I could have made more money had I not fumbled the bag. And so hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. I surely did. Never gonna trade lunch NFPs, but be on the lookout for the weekly recap of the 150k challenge, where I'm gonna show all the trades I took this week, first week of the challenge. So stay tuned for that. But for now, that is it for today's video. If you gained value from it, hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. As always, I appreciate you watching this video until the very end. Trade well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.